everybody, my name is Ryunn Eldred, and welcome back to another wonderful Sunday episode of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. If you missed the last episode, Connor, I'm not going to pronounce his Indian name, Connor just got inducted into the Assassins through Achilles. We are now back in the modern world as Desmond, as we're testing some of the watchdog technology with Rebecca spying on us, and we are about to go infiltrate something, which sounds super uber duper fun. Alright. Whoa. Good thing the modern days don't have challenges you gotta do too. Alright. So I can't remember, are we breaking into Abstergo or we're doing something that I can barely see. Oh.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
Ooh, almost didn't make that. See, I feel personally we need more of Watchdog. Watchdog does take place in modern days. We need more Assassin's Creed that takes place during this time. Because tell me, how cool would it be to just scale scaffolding like this and everything? Kind of like Mirror's Edge. God, this would be petrifying. Literally, one wrong move and there's not a haystack to fall down into. I love the fact that it gives us cords to follow. Like, hey, if you couldn't figure it out yourself, here is a trail of cords leading you to your destination.
Jesus.
Look on the bright side. No security to worry about.
And on the not so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
I mean, from this height, I don't even think we'd feel it. Come on, Desi boy, that's at least something good to think about. Oh my goodness. Alright. There we go. Run around there. We're doing great.
Almost there, Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
A joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
I was like, Rebecca don't get high, right? Rebecca stays nice and sober when she's calculating any at-life calculations. But then again, this right here is so cool.
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late and you'll miss the building.
Can I sink?
Now, open your
least this is the easy part. So is this just another Abstergo?
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond.
You must be
Not
Daniel.
exactly what I expected. But I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look. I'm not supposed to kill you. But the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the counter. Oh!
Nice. Effective. Crisscross. That was like relatively easy.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. Doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Intriguing. Alright. Alright, Rebecca, you got anything to say?
I know everyone thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down
Possibly.
here. There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's mental. That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? No, powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one. Was it weird seeing Cross?
What do you mean?
It's different for you. You don't know about what happened, I guess. For a long time, he was important to us. He was a different person.
Sean said he was a sleeper agent. Like Lucy.
It was different. She made a choice, but Cross, if you read the files, Abstergo just... They did terrible things to him.
Rebecca?
You're lucky. We all are. We have people who care about us, who look out for us. He was all alone, and the people he thought he could trust, they used him.
Did you know him?
No, but I knew Hannah.
Who's that?
She tried to help him. She trusted him. But there was a raid about a year ago. She stayed behind so the others could escape. Tried to reason with him to see if she could fix things.
Well, what happened?
What do you think happened? He killed her. That's what he does. That's all he knows how to do. Sometimes it seems like that's all any of us know how to do.
Rebecca.
Poor Rebecca.
I just want to be alone right now.
Okay. I got other people to bug.
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce?
I can't believe it's taken me so long to ask, but... how's Mom? She's not...
No, your mother is fine. We decided it was safer if we split up for this job.
Always assuming the worst.
For good reason.
Can I at
Shit, I
least say
forgot
hi
to
to
get
her?
water.
I'm sorry, it's too risky. Maybe when we're done.
Right. When we're done. Have we ever tried to make peace with the Templars?
Throughout our history, there have been moments. Several, in fact. But... it's impossible. There are existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity, it wouldn't be a truce so much as a submission.
But knowing what's about to happen, wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
We'd all be so busy watching our backs, nothing would get accomplished. Imagine that. We're more productive at war.
Well, have we ever tried sending in someone? Doing to them what they did to us with Lucy? Or Cross?
We have, and it's never worked. We've sent people who were either too weak and found themselves turned, or too strong and were unable to carry out the charade.
I just feel like we all want the same thing.
We use the same words, but that's all they are, words. In the end, it all comes down to freedom. We seek it, they detest it. And so there's never an end to the fight. Not until one side is completely gone.
Is that even possible?
Probably not. Our two groups have existed in one form or another since, well, since forever. But things can be better than they are. And that's something.
Did you look for me, Dad? When I was gone?
Every day.
Come on.
I mean it. Every night I'd look, searching for your name or variations of it, hoping you'd slip up. Abstergo only found you first because they had better access. A few more days and it would have been me.
Well, I'm here now.
And
I wonder how the games would have changed in that aspect or regard.
Do you think Lucy regretted what she was doing?
I used to think I knew her well, but clearly that wasn't the case. So I really can't give you an honest answer.
She seemed so sincere, though. Like she really wanted to make a difference.
Yes, well, when I first met him, I thought the same thing about Cross.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
What does?
Everything.
Don't get weird on me, Desmond.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry.
All right, then. You should think about getting back in the Animus. We've got to find that key.
Let's go ahead and talk to Sean, the only person we haven't talked to yet.
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
Nice.
So this is how it started.
What are you up to?
Just brushing up on my American history. I say history. They certainly teach you strange things in the States.
Like what?
Well, for all the talk of this being a revolutionary war, it was a civil one. Well, not that kind of civil. I mean, there was no America versus Britain. It was Brit on Brit action. And you can clearly see how the whole thing got started. One war gave birth to the other.
You mean the 7 Years' War?
Exactly. Seems the Crown overspent in its attempt to keep the French out, wound up with a great deal of debt. Believing that the colonists should help to shoulder the burden, new taxes were created. It was a reasonable request, even if Parliament was rather, well, undiplomatic about it.
Well, it's not really fair to tax people for a war they didn't want any part of.
What? Didn't want any part of? Did you not notice George Washington with Edward Braddock? He was right there in the middle of it. So here you have the Crown spending who knows how much money to secure a place for the colonists to thrive, and then, when they ask for a little bit of help... Right, look, think of it this way. King George and the colonists, they all go out to dinner, right? And when the bill comes, George asks for them to kick in and pay their share. Fair enough. Now keep in mind, he's been taking them out to dinner gratis for decades now. But the colonists, oh no, they insist they only had a glass of water and a side salad. Never mind the table's full of half-eaten food and empty bottles of wine. Now when the king points this out, what do the colonists do? Oh, they flip the table over and they storm out the restaurant. Probably intending to return later and burn it down.
You left out the part where the king pointed a gun at the colonists and asked them to cover dinner for everyone in the restaurant.
Right, yeah, interesting take. If he pulled out a gun, and I'm not sure he did, it would only have been after the 100th failed attempt at getting them to pay their fair share.
But how do you define someone's fair share?
Oh, well, with a war, apparently. I wonder how many other places like this exist.
There are dozens of them, all over the world.
And somehow no one's ever found one before us.
I don't think that's true.
Oh?
When I was at Abstergo, Vidic talked about silencing discoveries made by non-Templars. And I'm sure Abstergo has dug up plenty.
The things they must know.
Regretting throwing in with us?
No. Just looking forward to when we can finally trounce those bastards so I can dive into their archives. Oh, I think I found a lead on another power source. Later, Desmond. I'm in the middle of something very important right now. Just, yeah, that's a rule. Just follow that as a rule.
Fun. I forget where my computer is. There we go. Did I get any new emails? Nothing new. Okay. Alright, let's jump in.
Good luck, Desmond.
Let's jump back in his corner.
These are troubled times. The already uneasy alliance between the Crown and its subjects frays. And behind them both the Templars plot, pulling strings and moving pieces. History dictates they seek order through control. But how will they affect it here? Who supports them? And what conspiracies have they already spun? All these things I must determine. For only by knowing my enemy can I hope to stop them.
Connor, spare a moment.
Of course.
Have a look.
What is it?
Rope darts.
Xingbao, or rope dart if you prefer. One of the many plans given to us by Ryunn to...
Sorry.
We'll have to work on this.
Ryunn, the Chinese assassin from Assassin's Creed Chronicles, China.
Ganondogo,
Yes, my friend.
what brings you here? Is the village all right?
For now,
What do you mean? What has happened?
men came, claiming we had to leave. They said that the land was being sold, and that the Confederacy had consented. We sent an envoy, but they would not listen.
You must refuse!
We cannot oppose the Sachem, but you're right as well. We cannot give up our home.
Do you have a name? Do you know who is responsible?
He's called William Johnson.
Where is Johnson now?
In Boston, making preparations for the sale.
Sale! This is theft!
Connor, take care. These men are powerful.
What would you have me do? I made a promise to my people.
If you insist upon this course of action, seek out Sam Adams in Boston. He'll be able to help. What have you done?
When my people go to war, a hatchet is buried into a post to signify its start. When the threat is ended, the hatchet is removed.
You could have used a tree.
Meet with Pegleg in the homestead about kids' treasure. Nice, and then that hatchet's gonna be there for a while. I do want to go into the homestead. Oh, cool. I have more naval missions. What all stuff do I have here? Homestead mission. Woo. Another homestead mission. Pegleg mission. And then harbor missions. What's this do right here? Oh yeah, that's right, the stockpile. Encyclopedia of the Common Man.
Connor, it has occurred to me that the times we live in will be looked upon by future generations with a certain degree of scrutiny, no matter the outcome. With that in mind, I think it valuable to record the goings-on around the homestead. A true log of how people lived during this time of transition. Something to help color the portrait. What do you think?
When I find a moment, I will try.
Very good.
Okay. I want to pull the candelabra. Look at the outfits we have here. We have Alexios, the movie's character, Aguilar, Bayak. So many outfits. Alright. So out of just general curiosity, if I didn't want to have Connor in this outfit, I could put him in. Don't have any of these. We have the assassin outfit. Ezio's outfit. Center. Captain Kid. We got Bayek. Jacob Fryer. James Kenway. Arno Victor Dorian. Aguilars. I love the fact that the movie does get love in the games. Because the movie wasn't bad. Despite what people may think, I actually thoroughly enjoyed the Assassin's Creed movie. Beautiful eagle. Alright. A silent hunter, huh?
Are you all right?
What do you think?
How did this happen?
Poachers in the woods. I asked them to leave. This was their answer.
Come on. We need to get that arm looked at.
What if the men who did this?
They can wait. Your wound cannot.
Oh, let's just pick her up and carry her.
You'll be able to make it to the house.
Yes. I think the ball took only flesh.
And what is your name?
Miriam.
Do you live nearby?
I don't have a home per se. I took to the frontier when I was a young girl. I've made my life out here ever since. Living where the land makes it easiest.
Not a common choice for a woman of the colonies.
No, it's not. But truth be told, it was this, the convent or the brothels. I prefer the open air.
Hi, Achilles, I have a stray for you. I love how he's just already waiting out here. Are you doing putt-putt with your cane? Playing putt-putt there, Achilles?
Kana, what are you doing?
Those poachers need to be stopped.
Saw the scabs from my hunting blind. Get to that and you shouldn't have any trouble finding them.
Use the rope dart if you can. Get familiar with it.
Ooh, equipment training. Alright, let's go. There we go. Back up this tree. We're gonna run this way. Alright, let's select that rope dart. Hitting the wrong button here. Boop. Yeah, that's right. Don't scream or yell or anything. I just hear a bear.
William Johnson's opening up some of that Mohawk land he purchased for free hunting soon. Might be we make a good haul up there.
I hear tell lumbering will be allowed to boot.
What does he want with the territory if not the game and timber?
Don't know. Don't much care neither. Pete Stoker.
Easy peasy. I really like that rope dart. I'm gonna go back up into the tree.
Hey! Where are you, fellas?
Shooting strangers in the forest, is that common hunting practice where you come from?
No. Spare me.
Go! Tell the friends you have left what happened here.
All he's gonna tell him is there's an Indian in the woods that just murdered all of his friends. It's not like we really gave him a choice. But I do really love the rope dart, so I'm glad I got a chance to actually have fun with it and test it out.
Thank you, Achilles.
You are most welcome.
Why did those men attack you?
It's no secret this land is full with game. I spotted the trespassers en route to request permission to hunt here myself, and suggested they do the same.
The bounty of the forest is not mine to give. It is your right to hunt on this land, but I would appreciate you trading your surplus with the others.
Very well. I accept.
Nice. Now we got a new person here. Nice. We have Miriam the Huntress. Miriam. All right. What do you got for me?
What do I owe this great honor, Captain?
The letters you speak of, what are they?
Oh, now you want to know. Captain Kidd's letters, boy. He hid a great treasure somewheres and sent letters to 4 of his crewmen along with a strange piece of leather. If you find the men, you'll find the scallywag. It's that easy, 'tis.
May I see them?
You might be a captain, but you're not too bright, are you? I'll barter with them. You give me some trinkets I like, and I'll give you a letter. Building my own treasure cache, see?
Trinkets? Like what? Where?
Use your imagination, Captain. There's interesting swag all over the frontier.
All right. Would you
What you
like
got for me?
this?
Ah, you brought me some good pieces. Well, that's worth a letter to be sure. Here you go, Captain.
I will be back for the rest.
Notorious thing no matter what we do. Might as well make it count.
On Johnson's trail.
Ah, Connor. Hello again. What brings you to Boston?
You.
Would you excuse us, fellows? Thank you. That conversation was about to turn unpleasant. Now, what can I do for you?
I was hoping you could help me locate William Johnson.
Of course. I'm headed to a meeting with some men who should be able to help. Why don't you come along? Ah, it's good to see the people finally taking a stand against injustice.
Says the man who owns a slave.
Ooh, sorry? I practice what I preach, my friend. She's not a slave, but a freed woman, at least on paper. Men's minds are not so easily turned. It's a tragedy that for all our progress, still we... cling to such barbarism.
Then
I was like, I want to make sure all my
We
weapons
must
are
focus
equipped.
first on defending our rights. When this is done, we'll have the luxury of addressing these other matters.
You speak as though your condition is equal to that of the slaves. It is not.
Tell that to my neighbor who was compelled to quarter British troops, or to my friend whose store was closed because he displeased the crown. The people here are no freer than Surrey.
You offer excuses instead of solutions. All people should be equal, and not in turns.
Fair point, Connor.
Hey! It's my home, no matter what you thieves called taxmen say! If the gums in Parliament who want to take my property, you tell them to sail across the pond and take it themselves!
It's not open for discussion now. Open this door or these men will break it down. Ah!
Ah, bollocks! We're coming in!
I trust the mounting evidence is proof enough, Connor.
Continue on. I shall meet you at our destination.
Is that all you have? Could use some support. You can take what's not yours! Justice for once. I dare the governor to send more.
You all right?
I'm fine. It's not my first dance. For all their teeth and claws, these little foxes, they fight like puppies. Thank you, my friend. I'd buy you an ale, but I'm expected somewhere else.
Alright. And we're gonna go to you. We're gonna do a little bribby brab. So that way we, no matter what we do, we never reach above our notorious level 2. I was like, why does that look like the watchdog symbol there for a second? What is it? A liberation mission? Oh my goodness. I have a bunch of liberation missions.
Have you been down to the warehouse? That's the place scrappers go to do the fighting thing with the other stuff. Philadelphia and New York closer together for over 20 years.
And here we are.
Connor, I'd like you to meet some like-minded friends. The owner of this fine establishment, William Molyneux, and the manager and chef of his newest venture, Stéphane Chaffeau.
Ah, Connor and I just had a ball with some red coats enforcing some taxmen outside my home.
The collectors grow bolder and more forceful. Something we must address, Samuel.
Then let us raise a banner. Something to let the people know that they are not alone. The docks are an angry place of late. Protesters picketing the latest shipments of British tea. The eyes of the city are upon that stage.
A Bostonian without his tea is a dangerous beast.
William Johnson is smuggling the tea off the ships. One of his men tried to sell me this. A sample of what I refused. But it's from those ships. No mistaking the stamp. He's charging a king's ransom. Must be he's making a mint off those who buy it.
Where is he now?
I've never met the man.
May I ask why you seek him, Connor?
He intends to purchase the land upon which my village stands, without the consent of my people.
No doubt the revenue from his little smuggling endeavor is financing the acquisition. A tax enforced on tea grants a boon to smugglers. I'll wager the same men who levy the taxes are selling the tea. A stage requires a spectacle, and I may know the play. Connor, head back to the docks and see to the destruction of the tea. If you should need us, return here.
All right.
Go on.
Yes, I'm going.
Pardon me.
Oh, come on, mate.
Limit my firearm use, alright. I'm gonna head back to the dock. There we go. I love for the most part how these people have no like regard for me just jumping around them. Alright, let's synchronize real quick. There we go. Come on. And then 1 foot on the tippy top. Thought he was gonna walk just right off the roof for a second. Boston Brawlers. Wow, there is a lot of side mission and stuff to do here. Boop. go. Use the powder kegs. Okay, so that's what it means by limit my firearm use. I think I only get 3 of the cargoes and 3 powder kegs. Alright, cool. Okay. Oh well, I'll have to redo this one over. Whoop. Jump. Jump and roll. So I think that's 2 missions now I have to go through and redo for the 100% sync. Excuse me, guys. Really, guys? Alright. Career missions and other... What's that? A store mission? God, dude. There we go. Store a new item. That's what it is. Either which way, I'm gonna end this episode here. We are planting the seeds of rebellion, as it looks like we're getting ready to kickstart the Boston Tea Party. So I got some stuff I gotta run back through and redo. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends, family, bar, cat, dog, whomever you got to share videos with. As always, if you missed something in the Assassin's Creed Saga playlist, you can find it in the bottom left hand screen annotation. It'll take you to the very beginning of the Assassin's Creed Saga with Assassin's Creed. The other in-screen annotations will link you to other Sunday playlists. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Toodaloo, everybody.